indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Under the Texas flag, I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible.
Thank y'all. This is where I'm going to skip. We are going to go to item 12. Discussion possible action to recognize powerlifting team and state champion. We have a resolution. First of all, thank y'all so much for coming, and thank y'all for representing our city, your school district, our county. Thank y'all. A resolution honoring Darrell High School sophomore Caitlin Lomas for winning the 105 weight class state championship. Whereas Valverde County Commissioners Court believes that the accomplishments, let me get the other one. This is where I missed something. Whereas the Valverde County Commissioners Court believes that the accomplishments of our local youth should, and our coaching staff and head coach David Gomez Jr. should be honored. And whereas the sports program that offer guidance, knowledge, and life skills to our local youth should be publicly appreciated. And whereas the Valverde County Commissioners Court recognizes the personal sacrifice and dedication necessary for these young men and women to excel. And now, therefore, be it resolved by Commissioners Court of Valverde County, Texas, that Caitlin Lomas, sophomore state champion in the 105 weight class. Caitlin posted a season high total of 760 pounds at state, squatting 315 pounds, benching 140, and deadlifting 305. She also placed third place in regionals. Caitlin is a two-time regional medalist and two-time state qualifier in 2 seasons. She holds 6 school records, including best overall pound for pound. Desi Coronado, senior. Desi, are you here? All right. Third place, 242 weight class. Desi posted a season high total of 1,155 pounds at state, squatting 465, a state record, benched 320 pounds, deadlifting 370. She was a regional champion in her class as well, setting a regional record in squat with 480 pounds. Desi is a 3-time regional qualifier and 2-time state qualifier in 3 seasons. She holds 10 school records, including best overall total, to add to her regional and state records. Chloe Juarez, she here? All right. She's a junior, 4th place in 105 weight class. Chloe posted a season high total of 735 pounds at state, squatting 325, benching 150, and deadlifting 260. She also placed 5th in regionals. Chloe is also a 2-year letterman, medaling at regionals and state this year. She holds the school record for squat and bench in the 105 weight class. State qualifiers, and if I miss this up, don't be mad. Anaya Gonzalez, is that right? Am I close? Okay. Gabby Diaz. Okay. C-A-L-E-D. D. Caleb? Okay. I told y'all at the beginning, if I missed it up, please do not get mad. Caleb Rodriguez, Jorge Herrera, Domingo Sanchez, Joaquin Fuentes, Jorge Avalos, Tadio Talavera, and Luis Rodriguez. Regional qualifiers, Betsali Garcia, Kayla Williams, Caitlin Gonzalez, Valeria Reyes, Victoria de los Santos, Hannah Hurtado, Mia Hernandez, Candice Rodriguez, Joe Ryan Mesa, and Moses Fernandez. This resolution shall become effective immediately upon passage by the Valverde County Commissioners Court. And here we'll take a vote in just a minute. Passed and approved this 10th day of April 2024. If for some reason, Coach, you there?
Yes, sir.
If I miss somebody's name, I'm going to give you a copy of this. And if I miss somebody's name, this will always be registered with the county clerk's office. So it'd be something that, I'm not saying go have kids, but if you ever have kids, you can show them that this court really and truly appreciates, Valverde County appreciates everything that y'all did. Thank y'all so much. I have a motion, Commissioner Middleton. Second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Coach, if y'all don't mind, we'd like to get a picture with y'all. If y'all don't mind. Y'all come on up. The young ladies picked up more weight than I ever picked up when I was playing football. Y'all come around. Come on around. Oh my God. Y'all are gonna stand in the middle. We're just gonna stand around y'all, all right, Coach? Y'all come up here. Y'all come up here right in the middle. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations. Y'all stand there in the middle. And the coach can be right amongst the middle of y'all. If we will listen to, y'all come on in, if we will listen to,
Come out. Just stand like in the front row. Kind of. Come. Forward.
did I mention it?
Come forward. You guys sort of fill in behind.
Congratulations to y'all. Thank
Sort of
you.
stand to the front over here. Yeah.
Who's this?
And kind of shift down a little more because we got more people on this side. So, sir, that way a little bit. A little more. Okay, right.
Fill it in. There we go. Here.
Okay. If I can get you to, perfect, right there. Okay.
Don't hang it. Don't hit. All of us?
Judge, you gotta stop moving, sir. All right. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Big smiles. Awesome. Thank you.
Hey, y'all want to? Congratulations. Congratulations, man. You made it to regional. Get y'all something. Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank y'all so much. We're giving one more round. Thank y'all.
Oh, no, you don't. You want cake.
That's pretty impressive. Really impressive. All of them are impressive, but the little girls, the young ladies, to pick up that much weight is like, damn.
Tiny.
Huh? Yeah. Yeah. But she won a state from Del Rio. Pretty impressive.
Amazing.
Ms. Fuentes, are you okay? You ready?
Yeah.
I've got a couple more items.
For Yasmina Zapata.
Okay.
So I think I put my name there.
All right. We'll move on, if you don't mind.
Oh, sure.
You okay?
Yeah.
Approving and or amending minutes for previous meetings. Motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez, all those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. We're gonna go into citizens' comments. Ms. Fuentes?
Yes. Ready. One of the leaders from Moreno Valley, we don't know where she's at, but she was going to deliver this message. She's not here, so I'm just going to go ahead and read it for her. I was going to say, good evening, Commissioners Court. My name is Yasmina Zapata. I am a leader with the board organization and member of Moreno Valley Association. We want to thank Commissioner Flores for working with Judge Owens and SWC to move us forward in getting road improvement for Old Foster Road. This has been an issue we have addressed multiple times and are hopeful in continuing to work with our commissioner on the improvements that are very much needed in our area, such as water. We want Moreno Valley to become a colonia so that the county can apply for CDBG colonia funds in our area. Colonias are substandard housing developments within 150 miles of Texas-Mexico border, where residents lack basic services such as drinking water, sewage treatment, and paved roads. In order to be considered for CDBG colonia grant funds, we also need an M number from the Water Development Board, and there has to have been a structure before the date of the enactment of the Affordable Housing Act on November 28, 1990. We saw that per the appraisal district records, there was a 1,568 square foot manufactured home built in 1985 at 108 Old Foster Road. We meet other criteria and are hopeful in becoming a colonia. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Fajardo, Rebecca Fajardo?
Okay, good evening, County Commissioner Court. My name is Rebecca Guajardo. I'm a leader with the Port Organization and a member of Escondido States Neighborhood Association. We want to thank Commissioner Warlaw for working with us on improvement in our area. We had a cleanup on February the 29th in our area. The approval of the lights on Ferry Creek at trial on March the 26th, and the plant design has been completed by our county engineer. We see that more lights on the area agenda for today, and they encourage this court to approve them as well. We look forward to continue working with you, Commissioner Warlaw, and are also here to show support for Moreno Valley Association and hope they are able to get water as well. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Ms. Ponce, Melinda?
Good evening, County Commissioners and Judge Owens. My name is Melinda Ponce. I am leader of the Board Organization and member of the Hospital Association. I live in Val Verde Park Estates, and I am here to, I am here as a constituent of Commissioner Vasquez in Precinct 2. I want to publicly thank you for working with the school district and Congressman Tony Gonzalez to secure the funds needed for the sports facility in our area. I have 4 kids in soccer, 1 in cheer, and the variety of fields for soccer, football, baseball, and softball, as well as several playground areas and pavilions, is very exciting for me and my kids. I also want to say that the Hospital Association is also in support of Moreno Valley getting the much needed improvements. Thank you.
Thank you. All I want to say is thank you. At least y'all didn't throw a lot of rocks. I appreciate it. Now that's under judge's comments, okay? Not to open up a conversation. But I will tell you that that this court, and I've said it on numerous occasions, just like all the other courts, but this court, I've just really been impressed with what they've accomplished, all of it. I know that sometimes it doesn't move fast enough for y'all, but that's just, for the lack of trying to explain it, it's just government. We just don't move real quick. We have to rely on a lot of other agencies and a lot of other people to get things done. But, you know, you sit here and when you have comments like what y'all just said, sometimes, you know, I sort of feel like you just don't want the job. Why the hell do it? But when you hear y'all come up with stuff like this, it really means a lot to us. We really, you know, it means a lot to all of us when we actually feel like we appreciate it a little bit. And for that, I want to thank you. Thank you. Item 7, approving monthly reports from elected officials. Second. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 8, approving bills for payment. Second. Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? No ayes. Motion carries 5-0. And item 9, discussion possible action to approve auditor's report. Second. Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 10, discussion possible action to certify revenue. If you don't mind, A, B, C, and D. Motion to approve.
With one correction there on A, we already received $4,969.79. That was done 2 courts ago, so that would be the balance, 137,964.82.
Okay.
All right.
The election part that was served in, we're holding elections.
Well, let's do this.
And that covers our costs.
There's an estimate, this came in. we'll balance and square up when we're done with it. Is that correct? Mr. Clerk?
Thank you.
Okay.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? On that right there, anybody against, motion carries 5-0. There was a question, so if we can make sure maybe, he just asked a question, if that was what covered. If you don't mind bringing it back to us when we get done,
Yeah, we'll get
once
that.
we square up.
Okay, we'll do.
Okay. Item 11, this is the good one. Discussion possible action on the treasurer's report.
Second.
Commissioner Nettleton made a motion, Commissioner Flores second. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 12, we've done. Item 13, discussion possible action on Babe Ruth Limited.
Second.
Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Discussion possible action to allow Sul University to use the county stage for the community event Amistad Urban Oasis, Saturday, May 25th, and it is available.
Move. Second.
And motion, we did this last year also. Motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 15, Tommy had come by and visited, discussion possible action on approval for Bill Zuberbuehler to utilize the county suburban for transportation. I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. There was a question asked last time if our insurance would cover it. The answer is yes, as long as they fill out a form that they are volunteering, so it will be covered. Commissioner Nettleton had the motion, Commissioner Flores second. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 16, discussion possible action on creating a position for an individual as advocate or consultant for residents within Valverde County. This one here, really didn't know how to word it. As county judge, you have a lot of people that come in, looking for funds to pay their water, utilities and stuff like that, which we have an account for that if they qualify. But during that, you also get a lot of people that come in, and the same people that, don't know that they can call the electrical company or call different providers to try to get their bill lowered. I've had people that are paying 28, 32 cents per kilowatt. And a matter of sitting there and making a phone call for these individuals, you get it dropped to the 11 or 14 cents. You have people that don't know, their water meter. And before I start off on this one, I'm not throwing rocks at this shit. But you have, right? You get an opportunity and don't. We're not going to. But you have people like with water meters that they have high water bills. They'll call and they'll say, well, yo no sé qué hacer, ¿verdad? Especially our elderly. So you call down there, get a hold of the city, and they send somebody out, and sure enough, the water meter's broken and sitting there running. I just think in visiting with Commissioner Flores, this had come up, I guess probably a year ago. Yes, sir. Right, when we talked about it. I'd like, visiting with him, I think we need some movement and probably hiring somebody, just to be able to help for them to get in contact with individuals, utility providers, trying to get it lowered. Even, Social Security, we have it housed at the community center. So I do think that we need to look at a position. I think there's room, Commissioner, you correct me if I'm wrong, Commissioner Flores, I think there's room at the community center.
Yes, sir.
If we were to hire somebody to help with bills, to help give them information, just to get them going in the right direction.
If I may, we also get people in and out at the community center needing help, filling out applications, translating letters that are in English that people don't speak English or can't read English, and Spanish. So there's a lot of people need different help, and I think this position would be an asset to the community, and it would be greatly appreciated by the people.
And David, I just want to be able to move forward with something. I think we need to move something. If this is enough information on this and we need to look at it a little bit better to check with you and check, how to create, I'm okay with that. I just think that the conversations need to be had, and I didn't want to call, every member of the court to do this. I think we should have this conversation in front of everybody.
A couple of questions. If we do hire an individual, I know some of the other precincts have locations that they do things in. Can this person rotate between those positions, locations, instead of just being one place all the time?
I think it would be a good idea. I think, we have, if it's okay with you, you have the center there. Pick a day out of the week, or Comstock, on the facility. I mean, Commissioner, go ahead.
I would think that we would be better off if we would hire part-time help. And, each precinct could house that person, they have the place. I have a vacant office at the community center. We have heavy traffic there every day, in and out. So, I'd like to get somebody to be there on a permanent basis. So maybe that day that they're gone or that week, there's a bunch of people that need some help.
And me and you, Commissioner, we had not talked about the rotating Commissioner Flores, but I think it'd be a good idea if we could get them to at least every now and then go out to these different areas, especially like, if Comstock's gonna do it, it's so far out. But, I don't know what the other commissioners want to do, but I do think that somebody is needed. I can tell you that the amount of people that come to our office, and it's not like they take a lot of our time. It's just that sometimes you don't have the time to sit down and visit with them. You just, as much as you would like to, it's not there.
It would probably be a good idea, Judge, to have maybe HR work on job descriptions, some parameters.
And bring it back?
And current qualifications for people that currently come for the assistance now, so that, we're.
Okay. And again, I put this on the agenda because I wanted to start the conversation. Yes, sir. I don't think it's an executive session item.
I'll make a motion to table.
That work?
Second.
I have a motion, and what I'll do is I'll get with Juanita, to get her to come up with some type of job description. That work? Okay, y'all all right with that? Okay. I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Discussion possible action on a legal track plating exemption certificate, request 10.15 acres in Valverde County, Texas, property ID 130786. This is the property where the battery storage facility's at, or the one that we denied, an abatement to. All they're wanting to do is just, go ahead.
Yes, Judge.
Before I miss it.
Can you pull this up for me? We can show it to you on the map a little bit, just so you have a better understanding of where this is at.
They're on teams, Judge.
Yeah, and we do have two representatives here on teams.
Yeah, they'd probably be better off not saying nothing. I'm just saying, it's like don't shoot yourself in the foot.
Well, right now, the way it sits, we have 10 acres that's divided out of a pre-existing plat that was never actually developed. So currently, they're asking for us to essentially sign off on a letter that would say that the county is not interested now or in the future coming back and accepting those dedicated road easements that exist within their 10 acres. I don't see any.
Basically, there's no liability to us at all.
I don't see any benefit to us, and I don't see any harm to us.
Is it located?
It's
next to Old Hamilton Road, and it's what it was called a Waterloo Town Site, and it was recorded in Volume 1, page 15, dated 1908.
Get up.
So they're asking to abandon all the streets and roads,
within their 10
Within the
acres.
subdivision. Within the 10 acres, I'm sorry.
but it's an unplatted subdivision?
It was platted, and it can be expired by default, but just because nothing was built.
What are the size of those lots there that were platted? Is it acreage or platted?
The lots were small tracts, were small lots. To give you all an idea where this is at, right here's where the power plant's at. It lies in precinct 2. They had come to us a while back and wanted, an abatement on battery storage. We denied it. All they want right now is that we signed a letter stating that we want these roads, basically, we don't want.
Well, don't we have to abandon them?
That's the part that Carlos and I have been talking about, because
We would have to abandon the whole plat.
that's,
Just by default, it's already happened.
and that's the issue, is we're kind of in this no man's land of, do we abandon the thing that we
What
never...
makes it abandoned by default?
Right.
Just because it wasn't built doesn't abandon the plat.
It can expire.
And we know that for a fact,
Okay, the 50%.
Mr. John? Do we know that for a fact that
mean, everything's good.
From my understanding, that's the way it is, mostly because Carlos and I have been going back.
Who owns the subdivision and when was it approved? I mean,
Go ahead,
1908.
And Byron Hodge is the one that was taking care of this, and I can tell you that he presented us with enough information, I believe, to be true that it no longer exists. And that's the way the title company was able to give them, title to the 10.1 some odd acres, was because it didn't exist.
And then
They actually got title.
and they were able to convey it through meets and bounds, and since there was nothing ever built there.
And really, you know, if y'all would give me authority to sign off on a letter, as long as they approve it, and go through and look at it.
Well, and I spoke to two representatives from Hush and Blackwell that are trying to get us to sign this letter, and I told them if we needed more time, the commissioners might want to table this so that we can have further discussion about it.
If I would doing it, I would be more comfortable abandoning the original plat
Okay.
and being done with it.
And that sounds good, Mr. David, from your opinion?
I personally think we're fixing to take on more than what we need to.
Yeah, I mean, I've not looked at this particular project. This is something that John and Carlos have been working on.
And that's the part where I don't see any detriment to us moving forward on it.
On the 10 acres.
Exactly.
And 10.1, whatever.
You're abandoning a public road and it requires public notice. In theory, you're abandoning a public road which requires public notice. There is no notice.
The only issue is
There
with,
also is no road.
and
I
we,
understand, but it's still legally on a plat.
Well, you have to give notice when you're abandoning a road, and then you have to give people a separate option if they're using that road. And in this case, there is no road, because the road was never developed.
No, I understand. I understand the point, I'm just saying, to me, I'm more comfortable abandoning the whole plat, being done with it. It's up to the
If the
court.
court wants to table it so that we can look at abandoning the entire plat as an option, but
I just don't want to get off on trying to do all that and it goes back like this in the butt. Because we've done something more than what we should have done. The 10 acres, they've already given title to it. So evidently the title company didn't have issues with doing it by meets and bounds. And we won't need to take action on the rest of it because all they're asking for is a 10. And I guarantee, I understand what you're saying. I just don't want to get.
I'm just trying to get to the point of how in the world the title company gave them title to something when they're cutting up lots and roads in the middle of a plat.
And
Without the plat ever being abandoned, even though in theory you're saying that it's automatically abandoned because it wasn't developed over a period of time. The plat still exists.
and that's where we've gone back and forth on it, where I'm like, I don't see how it would come back to hurt us, but at the same time, I don't see any benefit to us.
No, I don't see any benefit to it. I mean, I could care less if we do it. I just want to make sure that it's done.
If we have authority to sign it, that way we don't have to, they don't have to wait on us for 2 weeks. But as long as our legal is, y'all come up with a definite answer.
Yeah, we can go
Between
back.
now and then,
Mhm.
but I have the authority to sign it as long as y'all sign off on it.
I'll make a
That-
motion. I'll make a motion,
that-
Judge, for you to sign.
I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second,
Second.
Commissioner Flores, all those in favor? Aye, anybody against?
I'm not comfortable.
It's 4-0 and 1 abstention. Thank you. Okay, discussion possible action on Bobby Paul to use the shooting barn or the show barn on Saturday, April 27th. They usually have that barbecue for individuals. There's no more pavilion. So they wanted a place to use. I don't know whether the shooting barn or the show barn will be available. It would be the one, whichever one's available. I just wanted to put it on the agenda to get y'all's permission to explore that, and check and see if one or the other is available, that he has the opportunity to use it.
I'll make a motion that, so that we can explore the possibility just for them.
Okay. And let them use it if it is
Yes, sir,
available.
correct.
Okay, motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Flores.
No call?
At no cost?
At no cost.
Okay.
Second.
Okay. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody? You're not voting. Oh, yeah. Yeah. All those in favor? Anybody against?
All right.
3 votes for, 1 against, and 1 abstention. Item 19, discussion of possible action on projects funded by grants through the federal government. I put this on because Congressman Gonzalez has asked if we have any projects that are shovel-ready or projects that we can come up with. Either partner with the school, city, Laughlin. Basically, it's out of the same amount of funds that the $2 million came out of for the sports complex. So they're redoing it again for the following year. If y'all have an idea of what y'all would want, and sort of get that back to me, send me something so we can either put it on in 2 weeks on the agenda or move forward with this. But I do need some projects that y'all might come up with so we can give it Congressman Gonzalez. And on this item here, because the leeway, because it's the same type of grant funds that we received on the sports complex. We had been visiting, all of us have been visiting with Congressman Gonzalez. I think you visited with him also, and I know you visited with him. And then Regina. There's another item in here on environmental. We are waiting to see what type of phase or what type of environmental they want us to use or to go out for. The money has been signed off by the President of the United States, so that process is done. But, people are asking, when are we going to start? When are we going to start? The court set aside $2 million and borrowed $2 million for the sports complex. When we get started, it'll be with that first $2 million first. The money from the federal government, don't know when it's coming in. We'll do the environmental just to make sure. Well, could be a month, could be 8 months. But we thank Tony Gonzalez, okay? We'll say that, all right?
Just clarify, so there's gonna be another opportunity for another grant?
Yes, sir. So y'all need to come up with
Maybe in
some
the
projects.
future, we can split it 4 ways. Everybody can choose a project per precinct.
If we need to have that discussion, but so if y'all will bring back ideas, that way we can sort of set it in stone.
I already
and send it
spent
out.
my cut. I got so many ideas.
I can tell you that one of the deals that helped us a lot on scoring on this project is that we got letters from the city of support, letters from the hospital. We got letters of support from everybody. And the project was working with another entity like the school district. That's, and I said last time, Dr. Rios from the city, but it's Dr. Rios from the school. But the job, the collaboration that they did in order to get this thing started is what got us the points. But if y'all will come up with ideas so we can get him a list get him a project that we can move forward on. Okay? All right. Now we were going so quick. There's no action to need to be taken on this one, Ms. Chapoy. I'm sorry. And I'm going to go back because I got off trying to congratulate the school district or the people from the school district. And I had it in my notes and I didn't do it. So I'm going to go back. And if y'all don't mind, we had one of our county judges pass last week. He was an individual that I probably talked to him maybe 5 or 6 times, only 5 or 6 times, but really enjoyed the conversations. He was an individual that when he sat at the school board or at the hospital board, he turned his ring while he was sitting at the table to start pounding on the table for people to be quiet, so they could get stuff done. And he's one of those that didn't talk to him a lot, but I can tell you the times that I did talk to him, I was sort of enlightened just with what he had to say. And speaking with another member of the court, he said that while he ran for office or was going to run for office, and he went to go talk to him also. But if y'all don't mind, if we can have a moment of silence for him, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Thank y'all so much. And I'm going to get off again. We got a full house, and I usually don't follow the agenda anyway. Mr. Chapoy, it's your birthday?
Yeah.
Really? Well, happy birthday, Mr. Chapoy. You said earlier it was 58? Well, happy birthday, all right? Okay. Thank y'all. Item 20, discussion possible action on approval for Valverde County to enter into an agreement with AEP to construct electrical facilities, install 3 LED lights at Escondido Estates in the amount of $3,000.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 21, discussion possible action. We get that on film? Item 21, discussion possible action to notify the court on the usage of Valverde County Community Center to hold a specialized wheelchair program. This program aims at providing personalized equipment to people with a disability or handicap and at no charge. This event will be held on April 13th, 2024. This will be held at the community center.
Motion to approve, yes, Judge, this Saturday, this coming Saturday.
It's a yearly event?
Yes, sir. It'll start at 8 in the morning.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 22, discussion possible action for a nonprofit organization named Serving Children and Adults in Need, Inc., to use the Valverde County Community Center on April 19th, 2024, from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. to conduct a mini health risk prevention fair. The goal of this fair is to provide the community with access to a variety of evidence-based prevention, intervention, and treatment services.
Motion to approve, Judge. This is a state-funded nonprofit.
Commissioner Nettleton, second.
Oh, okay.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 23, discussion possible action to update the court that Mr. Greg Martinez will be utilizing the Precinct 4 field on Industrial Boulevard for the 8:30 Youth Flag Football League to hold practices. Practice sessions will run Monday through Friday after 5 p.m. and will end May 19th, 2024.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 24, discussion possible action for the American Red Cross serving the Central and South Texas region to utilize the Valverde County Community Center as their home base for their Sound the Alarm event on Saturday, May 11th, 2024. Their goal is to install free smoke alarms in the Cinegas Terrace vicinity and educate the residents on the importance of safety of having working smoke alarms in their home.
Motion to approve.
Motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Nettleton. We had talked to Chelsea Larson. She's with the American Red Cross. They're going to do Cinegas first, and then they'll get with the other commissioners, the other 3 commissioners, to try to work something in some of the other colonias. We had actually done this program. This program was done right around the COVID. Right before COVID started. It was done in the Cinegas area. It was planned to go out to the other 3 precincts, but COVID hit and then it wasn't done. So this is just a start to be able to go to everybody else's precincts and begin that. I did tell Chelsea that if I have a visit with our auditor, so I'm not going to look at him. But I did tell Chelsea that if they run out of smoke alarms or smoke detectors, that I would bring it to the court to see if we could come up with some funds to make sure that all 3 of the other 3 precincts get serviced. Okay, but I think this is a good thing, and we will continue with the other 3 precincts. I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Okay. You good?
Tequila shot in the coffee.
Item 25, discussion possible action to authorize Valverde County Court at Law Juvenile and Drug Court to apply for the OJJDP fiscal year 24 Juvenile Drug Treatment Court. Motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Nettleton. And I want to thank you for going out and applying for these. You know, I've been one of your critics, but I personally want to thank you for going out applying for these grants. I do think, you know, you've done and we've done a better job with them. And I personally, Judge, want to thank you for this. We sit on a couple of committees for mental health and drug addiction and alcohol, and the stories that we hear, they go through the court, but they have to be provided with something else. They have to be provided with another method other than just throwing them in jail. So these courts, that's what they provide. And I want to thank you, Judge.
Well, if I may, I appreciate your comments respectfully. And I just wanted to let you know that I really appreciate the court's time and the court's confidence that you have in the specialty courts. I'm going to make an intentional effort to bring you some specific comments from other individuals that have experienced the court, the specialty court, see how that has made a difference in their life. And I also get the support not only from the county judge. I just filed today a federal grant for $2 million. And if I could have done it.
It was approved by the court. Okay.
I couldn't, it's non-matching. I couldn't have done it unless the Commissioners Court had the confidence in me. Not only that, the Commissioners approved me only to apply, not to accept. And Judge Owens went out of his way and his staff to help me, and so did Mr. Weingart, and he helped me. And we're working with Debbie and Carl Lesser as well. So I just want you to know this is not something that I'm doing on my own. I get the help from everybody around here, and it does make a difference. The juvenile grant that you have approved for me to apply, it's only to apply, not to accept. I will bring the budget over. If you want me to, I did give my budget to Judge Owens before I applied for it, the federal grant. And I'll be more than glad to bring it to your attention as well.
I want to thank you for the stuff you're doing with the juvenile. I think it's great with the mental health courts and the drug courts and stuff like that to get them the help that they need. We have a lot of youth that need some help, and jail is not always the answer. So I appreciate you doing this.
So I thank you so much. The mental health side is a big issue. I just want to lastly tell you that meth is a big problem, okay, in Valverde County. And I just had a kid, 14-year-old, came out positive for fentanyl, a trace of fentanyl. Meth, had cocaine, had THC, had alcohol, and he's still alive. 14. And my youngest one, female, 6th grader with cocaine, came out positive for cocaine.
It's a problem.
It's a problem, and it's not because we're in the border. It's a problem. But thank you for your comments. I respectfully make these comments to the court, and I want to thank you for your confidence. It's not about me, it's about what resources we can bring to our community to help these people. Thank you. And Mr. Martinez, thank you for your support as well.
It's just a big thank you meeting. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 26. And y'all are free to ask any questions that you want. Item 26, discussion possible action to ratify an amendment to our electrical service agreement for additional service to the community center.
Motion to approve. This is concerning, meter loop, new meter loop there.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 27, discussion possible action to authorize the purchasing agent to formally advertise for bids to enclose a maintenance shop at Precinct 4.
Motion to approve.
A motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Discussion, item 28, discussion possible action, select an award of contract to Jess Contracting for RFP 2423 Community Center Expansion in Precinct 4 and authorize county judge to sign contract upon review and approval. County attorney.
Motion to approve and have the county judge sign contract.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 29, discussion possible action to approve TK elevator change order number 3, order 3 for the. Okay. A motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. So far, you're doing pretty good. Item 30, discussion possible action to approve a bond amendment to contract RFP 2317 splash pad installation in precinct 3.
Second.
Have a motion, Commissioner Middleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 31, discussion of possible action to authorize purchasing agent to formally advertise for bids to construct a low water crossing at Lawson Road in precinct 2. Before we get into this, part of that low water crossing is the ditch on one side of Lawson. So, it'll be part of it, but I would think, and visiting Commissioner Vasquez, you correct me if I'm wrong, if we can do both bids, and if we do the bidding, but make sure that they're separated that way, if there's not enough money to do one, do the other. So,
Motion to approve, Judge.
have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 32, discussion possible action to authorize the purchasing agent to formally solicit requests for qualifications for environmental compliance for the Robert Bob Chavita, Valverde County Sports Complex, and to appoint an evaluation committee. Before we get into this one, we get a motion.
Motion? Motion to approve.
Give me a second, and then we'll, Commissioner, have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton. We don't know yet what type of phase, is phase the right word, the federal government's going to require. So as soon as we get that back, Carlos is going to visit also with Carl Esser, since he's the one that helped us apply for the grant, to go ahead and see what type of environmental we need. That way we can move forward. The funds for this will come out of the $2 million to get started.
What agency? At the federal level, what agency?
It's THUD, Texas Housing and Urban Development.
It'll be the same environmental.
Transportation, Housing and Urban Development.
It'll be the same environmental we did for the county.
Okay. So, yeah, when they sent the text this morning, yeah, THUD, we were all trying to look it up. I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second Commissioner Nettleton. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 33, discussion possible act for approval to declare.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. You did good.
Thank you.
Awesome speech. Item 34. Discussion possible action on appointing or reappointing two Amistad Land Use and Zone Commissioners. There's two members that are up. One was appointed by Commissioner Flores and one was appointed by Commissioner Vasquez.
I'd like to make a motion to appoint Commissioner Vasquez.
Okay.
And I'll make a motion to reappoint, Mr. JP.
Okay, so.
We have like 300 conflicts of interest here.
It was,
We got the members of the court sitting on this board.
Yeah, and we visited with David, and there will be a quorum, but there's only two people that vote. So if y'all want to table it till after executive, y'all have a conversation.
We can have it now too.
Okay.
At the end of the day, my understanding is your agendas are all posted. So there's no violation of the Open Meetings Act in that regard. And that body basically makes recommendations to this body. Correct?
Yes.
Yeah, so I
But
don't.
this body is the appeals to that body's decisions. And if 3 members of the court sit on it, then who do you appeal to?
I don't vote.
Yeah.
Then it doesn't matter.
Because at the end of the day, though, the statute doesn't prohibit, specifically, the member being appointed.
So we're all good, Mr. David? Okay.
I believe so.
Okay. I have,
But you had two different motions, though, for one item. Is the motion to appoint one?
the motion would be to appoint Commissioner Vasquez and to appoint, Jesse.
You got two members of the court.
And that's what I was fixing to clear up. I want to know what we're doing.
Yeah, because the first motion was only to appoint, Commissioner Vasquez.
Yeah, so there's two members that need to be appointed. I need a motion to appoint somebody, the two members. The conversation was, one was Commissioner Vasquez and one was Mr. Sanchez. Is that correct?
Correct.
So I need a motion if those are the two members, that somebody needs to make a motion.
I'll make the motion.
To appoint Commissioner Vasquez and appoint J.P. Sanchez.
Yes.
Okay. I have a motion, Commissioner Wardlaw. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against?
All right.
Motion carries 4-1. Item 35, discussion possible action on Frontier Communications request for use county right-of-way for fiber optic feeder line on multiple locations.
Judge, I've got an issue with this, on this fiber, optic feeder line. They ran that through Milagro Lane and they never got a county approval.
They're not required to by law.
Well, I mean, at least, the courtesy to know where they're gonna bury this thing for maintenance purposes.
Okay, so we're talking about two different things here. What they're requiring, what they're asking for right now is discussion possible on Frontier Communication request for use of county right-of-way for fiber optic feeder line on multiple locations. Do you have the multiple locations?
Yes, I have a map here. It's just showing the feeder line, and it's mostly all precinct 4. And according to the Texas Utility Codes, they need to give us notice that they're gonna be working on the right-of-ways.
So we can do this. Have you seen all the feeder lines that they're requiring? Where they're gonna put them?
No, I have not.
So if you wanna table it till you've seen it, really, and then bring it back to the court.
Yeah.
Okay.
You wanna do that?
Mr. David, concerning Milagro Lane, I mean, or any other area, period. I mean, the county should have a say-so concerning this.
Okay, before we get off, that's not the item.
Right.
So let's table this and then we can bring it
I
forward.
misbehave like you?
I wrote it on my list, okay? We'll have that discussion. Okay.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Nettleton, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 36, discussion possible action requesting Commissioner's Court approval. Kalisan office.
Motion to approve.
I have a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 37, discussion possible action to authorize Judge Owens to sign.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, second, Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 38, discussion possible action, Poverty County Library.
Motion to accept.
And a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 39, discussion possible action to approve HR report from March 27, 2020.
Motion to approve as presented.
And a motion, Commissioner Flores, second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 40, discussion possible action request issuance.
Second.
I have a motion, Commissioner Vasquez, and Commissioner Flores. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries 5-0. Item 41, closed session consultation pursuant to Texas Government Code A 551.071, first B, attorney-client privilege, B 551.071, principle 1, principle A, contemplated litigation, C 551.072, regarding the purchase, exchange, lease, or value of real property, and possible action in open session thereafter, D 551.073, regarding a negotiated contract, lease, or value of real property and possible action in open session thereafter, E 551.076, regarding security devices, security audits, and/or security personnel. Take a little break, folks, if y'all will give us the room for a little bit, and then we're gonna go into executive session. Thanks, y'all. Okay. Court come back to order. We're in executive session. It's 7:49. No action was taken. We tabled a couple of items. No need to go back to them. Right now, item 42, commissioners' comments. Do we have any? County judges' comments. I'm going to look over at the county attorney. I mean, one of the meetings that we had today was to get an engagement letter. If you don't mind, go ahead and say that.
Yes, so, Judge Owens and I, on authorization of the court previously, communicated with a couple of attorneys from San Antonio that we are going to engage regarding the issues that we foresee happening with the Second International Bridge and the current proposed route. So we should receive that engagement letter from Mr. Frank Gatsa probably tomorrow or the next day. Mr. Gatsa is highly respected in this area. He's a former city attorney in San Antonio, really good, sound lawyer.
Okay, so if people have questions on that, we will at some point put an item on the agenda just as soon as we get more information and all that's taken care of, and then advise members of Valverde County. All right. I don't have anything else. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move.
Second motion, Commissioner Nettleton. Second, Mr. Chapoy. Second, Commissioner Vasquez. All those in favor? Aye. Anybody against? Motion carries. We're adjourned. Thank y'all.